The NFL season is reaching its halfway point, and the power rankings are in flux. With Week 9 in the rearview, let's dive into the latest team rankings and uncover the stories behind the numbers. But be warned, this week's edition is not for the faint of heart, as we explore the highs and lows of the league's elite. 1. Philadelphia Eagles 6-2. The Eagles soar to the top spot, but it hasn't been a smooth flight. Despite a 6-2 record, the Super Bowl champs have had their share of drama. However, they've bolstered their roster with key acquisitions, including Jets cornerback Michael Carter and Dolphins pass rusher. But the real story is their defense, quietly dominating as the league's best in expected points added per play. A well-rounded team with a chip on their shoulder. 3. Buffalo Bills 6-2. October's losses are a distant memory as the Bills surge forward, throttling the Panthers and outclassing Patrick Mahomes' Chiefs. They're rounding into form. While their defense needs to tighten up against the run, the Bills are a force to be reckoned with. But here's where it gets controversial. Are they the real deal, or will their tough schedule expose weaknesses? 4. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 6-2. The Bucs are living up to the hype in a competitive NFC. While their running game needs improvement, the defense is solid, and Baker Mayfield is shining. With Indianapolis Colts 7-2, no team has improved more than the Colts this season. Despite a loss with 6 turnovers, they've boosted their Super Bowl chances significantly. This team is a force to be reckoned with, and their future looks bright. But can they sustain this level of play? 6. Seattle Seahawks 6-2. Sam Darnold is making a strong case for MVP, transforming Seattle's offense after leaving a friendly scheme in Minnesota. He leads the league in EPA per play, success rate, and yards per attempt. A true game changer. But can he keep it up? 7. Detroit Lions 5-3. The Lions are a force to be reckoned with, despite a recent loss to the Vikings. Their running game struggled, but this team has the talent to bounce back. Keep an eye on Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery as they look to regain their stride. Denver Broncos 7-2. The Broncos' defense is a force, but questions linger on offense. Bo Nix's success rate is a concern, but there's plenty to like about this team. A well-rounded squad with a solid foundation. 9. New England Patriots 7-2. The Patriots are defying expectations with the best odds to make the playoffs after 2 dismal seasons. Everything is clicking for Mike Vrabel's squad, but is this a fluke, or can they sustain this success? 10. Kansas City Chiefs 5-4. The Chiefs' record doesn't reflect their potential. Their offense is elite, but a tough schedule has them hovering around 500. Can they turn things around in the second half? And what does this mean for their playoff hopes? 11. Green Bay Packers 5-1. The Packers are dealing with a significant injury to Tucker Kraft, impacting their offense. Quarterback Jordan Love is excelling, but the loss of Kraft could be telling. A team with potential, but can they overcome adversity? 12. Pittsburgh Steelers 5-3. The Aaron Rodgers experiment is paying off. Their defense stepped up, forcing 6 takeaways against the Colts. The Steelers are a contender, but can they maintain this level of play? 13. San Francisco 49ers 6-3. Kyle Shanahan has worked his magic with Mac Jones, turning him into a solid QB. Despite injuries, the Niners are hanging tough. A team with resilience, but can they keep it up? 14. Los Angeles Chargers 6-3. The Chargers are dealing with injuries, but Jim Harbaugh is a master at getting the most from his offensive line. A team with potential, but can they overcome these setbacks? 15. Jacksonville Jaguars 5-3. The Jags are finding ways to win, but their stats don't tell the whole story. A win over the Raiders keeps them in the mix, but can they sustain this momentum? 16. Carolina Panthers 5-4. The Panthers are on the rise with a win over the Packers. Their running game is thriving with Rico Dowdle, ranking 5th in EPA per rush. A team with momentum, but can they keep it going? 17. Chicago Bears 5-3. The Bears have a potent offense, but their defense is a concern. Ben Johnson's running game is effective, and Caleb Williams showed promise. A team with potential, but can they fix their defensive woes? 18. Minnesota Vikings 4-4. The Vikings have had a mixed season, with Carson Wentz starting 5 games. An offense featuring Justin Jefferson should rank higher, but they're struggling. a talented roster, but can they live up to their Super Bowl aspirations? 19. Baltimore Ravens, 3-5. The Ravens are a tough team to grade due to injuries. They've lost to quality opponents, but with Lamar Jackson, they're a threat. A team with potential, but can they stay healthy and make a playoff push? 20. Arizona Cardinals, 3-5. The Cardinals are turning things around, ending a 5-game losing streak. Jacoby Brissett is stepping up, and the defense is shutting down opponents. A team with momentum, but can they sustain it? 21. Houston Texans, 3-5. The Texans have a top-tier defense, but struggle on offense. Their offensive line is a concern, impacting their running game. A team with potential, but can they find balance? 22. Dallas Cowboys, 3-5-1. The Cowboys are wasting a strong offensive season due to a poor defense. A talented team, but can they fix their defensive woes and live up to expectations? 23. Atlanta Falcons, 3-5. The Falcons continue to frustrate, finding ways to lose winnable games. A talented roster with an improved pass rush, but consistency is lacking. A team with potential, but can they turn things around? 24. Cincinnati Bengals, 3-6. The Bengals' defense is a mess, despite off-season changes. Offensive players are frustrated, and the team is struggling. A disappointing season, but can they find a way to turn it around? 25. Washington Commanders, 3-6. The Commanders' season took a disastrous turn, with Jaden Daniels' serious injury. A coaching decision. Jackson Dart provides a glimmer of hope, but the team needs more. A tough situation, but can they find a way out? 28. Cleveland Browns, 2-6. The Browns are stuck with Deshaun Watson's contract, and their offense is underperforming. A team with challenges, but can they find a way to salvage the season? 29. Miami Dolphins, 2-7. The Dolphins are in need of a reset. After firing their GM, questions loom about the future of their head coach and quarterback. A franchise at a crossroads, but can they find their way? 30. New York Jets, 1-7. The Jets have had a rough season, but there are some positives. Their draft picks are showing promise, but overall, it's been a struggle. A team with potential, but can they turn things around? 31. New Orleans Saints, 1-8. The Saints are struggling, but it's hard to fault them with low preseason expectations. The quarterback switch hasn't sparked much improvement. A team in transition, but can they find their way? 32. Tennessee Titans, 1-8. The Titans are having a brutal season, with Cam Ward taking a beating. Vrabel's success in New England adds salt to the wound. A team in need of a turnaround, but can they find their footing? There you have it, NFL fans. The league is full of surprises, and these power rankings reflect the ever-changing landscape. Which teams will rise and which will fall? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Who do you think will be the ultimate champion? Let's keep the conversation going as we head into the second half of the season.